are going to be joined by the executive director of Hyde Park Art Center, Kate Lorenz, everybody. Woo! She is coming up a little bit later, but first, let's talk about woman stuff, am I right? Now, being a woman is hard. Periods, the Me Too movement, giving birth, the wage gap, rompers. Also, we have super long lines at the bathroom, and I just want to say, why don't we just give us more stalls? Thank you. So it pains me to say that on top of all of this bullshit, it also costs more to be a woman, literally.
A recent study by the New York Department of Consumer Affairs surveyed almost 800 items from healthcare products to kids' toys and clothes and found in 42% of cases, women pay more.
That's right, female products are often more expensive than male products. Now, then again, maybe it's no surprise to you that Summer's Waterfall's Citrus Breeze costs more than Original. Or, maybe if it is a surprise, you're thinking, well, I'm sure that Summer's Waterfall's Citrus Breeze has better ingredients, right?
That as
and
well.
deodorant too?
Here's deodorant, $3.89 for men. Again, this is the same brand we're comparing. $4.89 for women with the same active ingredient.
Wait, why? Do my boobs smell? A whole $1 more? And it's not just boob deodorants, it's socks, dry cleaning, kids' toys, and even haircuts often cost more when marketed for women. This is real and it's unfair. Now, surely this gross indecency must have some kind of a social justice-oriented name to match the serious issue, yes?
It's known as the pink tax.
The pink tax.
Pink tax.
Pink tax.
Pink tax.
Pink tax?
Oh God, it's called the pink tax. Because nothing says feminism better than a gender stereotype. I mean, guys, why stop there? I can already think of a million better names just right off the top of my head. I don't know, female fee, the labia levy, the tit tax, the pussy price, booty duty, the titty tithe, the whole toll, the V fee. That's just off the top of my head. But wait, there's more. Not only are women asked to pay more for 40% of their products, they also make less money. Now remember, for every dollar a man makes, either by working or on saving on deodorant, women are only making 80.7 cents. Still, we make less and pay more, amounting to an average loss of $400,000 in a lifetime. Do you know what I would do with $400,000? My own Tardis. What the fuck? Why is it pink now? No! Also, did the price just go up? Fuck you. God, now, just like finding out that Aunt Linda's Oreo surprise has Oreos in it, this isn't a surprise. Gender-based price discrimination has been a topic of debate since the 90s, especially with one particular lawmaker.
But there's one lawmaker, Congresswoman Jackie Speer, who's been fighting gender discrimination for over 20 years.
Get rid of the gender tax. Women on the average pay $5 more for a haircut than does a man.
Could you imagine if those heads had entire bodies to shave? Also, fun fact, I think the male mannequin head made more money than Jackie Speer did. Now, in 1996, Jackie Speer was actually able to pass the Repeal the Gender Tax Act in California, which required that prices for services like dry cleaning and haircuts be determined by the amount of time needed to do the job, not by gender. And yet, taking this to the national level has proved way more challenging. Opponents to removing the tax argue that women have longer hair, which is why it makes sense that Katy Perry should pay more for a haircut than Jason Momoa. Don't overthink it, it just makes sense. Women always have longer hair. Now, they also argue that women are smart enough to make the more economical choice when it comes to razors or shampoo, which to me sounds an awful lot like they're agreeing that they're trying to trick women. I mean, if they didn't think I could vote until 100 years ago, then that's a lot of weight to put on us women. Like, oh, we're not smart enough to make our own decision about our bodies, but sure, let's do lots of math at Walgreens. Don't I deserve the right to be just as stupid as any man, right? But wait, there's even more because women also have periods, bitch! Now, before we even get going, if you don't have one, it feels a bit like a 6-inch demon made of fires dancing in your uterus and clawing at your insides. And successfully, might I add, because there's lots of blood. And contrary to what this guy virally tweeted in 2016, you can't hold it in. Oh, so sweet. God. Now, it's a good one. On top of the pain and the mess of it, it also costs hella Skrilla to deal with periods. Some estimates go as high as to say that it costs $18,000 in your lifetime to bleed out. God, you know what I'd do with $18,000? Why is it pink? Why is it always pink? No one told you to make it pink. All right, so what can we actually do about this?
Women should buy the men's products. They work just as well.
Go to hell. Go and fuck yourself. We shouldn't have to. I mean, and this is coming from someone who does feel like I should buy the men's version sometimes. I mean, I'm currently wearing a deodorant called Pine Beard for men. Literally, I'm not kidding. But I shouldn't have to. Not to mention, where's the female pine scented deodorant? / why is any of this gendered at all? What about men who like pink and want to smell like lavender? Who fucking cares? Oh God, I have a headache. Does anyone have any Tylenol? Why is it pink? Get it out of my sight. Luckily, our go-to gal, Jackie Spear, is still at it, reintroducing the Pink Tax Repeal Act, and many efforts are being made on the state level as well. So, something's definitely gonna work this time, right?
Currently, the bill is sitting in committee, and Aunt Flo has been here before. A similar bill to change the tax code to make tampons and feminine products tax-free has been introduced every single session for the last 4 years, always introduced by a woman, and it always fails.
I'll take that Tylenol now. Thank you so much. Now, I'm not the only one enraged by the system, so here to comment are two of my writers, Wen Powers and Paula Skaggs, everybody. Let's give it up. Thank you. Hi.
Thank you for having us. Thank you so much for having us.
Of course, you guys, yeah. So when you two found out that we were doing a story on the pink tax, you both agreed to track your spending for an entire day to show the difference in what men and women spend, yes?
That's right, Maggie. I was hoping to prove whether or not women really are spending more just to exist in the world.
And as a guy who gets it and believes that men and women are equal, I just want to say, I'm with her.
That's not how that one works, Wen.
Oh, good, because that felt really forced and I hated saying it.
Nope, that is somehow way worse.
Not great.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, let's see what you guys spent. Paula, let's start with you.
Great, so let's get started with just getting ready for work in the morning. Just in the shower alone, I'm using $48 worth of products. It's $12 in shampoo, $12 in conditioner, and $24 in organic body wash that I think is just hand soap from a gas station bathroom, but I don't know.
Okay. Wen, what about you?
Okay, pretty similar, but also just a little bit different. So my shower products cost $5 total. It is a combination of shampoo / conditioner / soap / mouthwash, and it's by the good people of Axe in a scent that I like to call Mountain Deathmatch.
What?
Hey, if it's good enough for the spokesperson, Brandon DiCamillo, the star of Jackass, in my opinion, it is good enough for me. I mean, it gets me clean, it has an indescribable scent.
Okay, but if you were going to try and describe the indescribable scent of Mountain Deathmatch, what would it be?
Raspberries.
Okay.
The thing is, Maggie, that's not even the entire morning for me. When you factor in what I spend on makeup and hair product and Colgate Total's floss for her, that's like $200.
Hang on, what's Colgate Total's floss for her?
It's millennial pink and it costs $8.99.
Gross.
What am I supposed to do, Maggie? Use floss meant for a guy's mouth?
Okay, well, how much
That's disgusting.
It is, it truly is. How much does male dental floss cost?
Oh, it's free because it's included when you floss twice a year when you go to the dentist.
Okay, you know what? Nope. Let's just move on. What about the rest of your morning routine? How much does that cost?
Maggie, we went over the prices for my shower.
Yeah, but like after your shower, like the rest of the things you use to get ready.
The water for my shower.
Yeah, and then after you shower.
I don't. Is there more?
Okay.
You know what, Maggie? That is just in my apartment alone, right? That's not even counting the insane $5 women's street crossing fee that I have to pay whenever I leave.
Hang on, did you say a $5 women's street crossing fee? What
Yeah, you know, there's that guy that makes you pay $5 to cross the street so you can go catch the blue line in the morning.
No, Paul, that's not real. That man is swindling you.
You know what, that's what I thought too, but then if I said no, he'd think I'm rude. You have to pay him.
All right, let's move on to work here. What are your costs there, Paula?
You know, Maggie, the day I tracked my expenses, I realized that I'd worn my shirt just like 2.5 weeks before, and I could tell everyone was going to talk about it. So I had to go out and buy a new shirt. So that was another $30.
I can relate to that one. You see, I also have to dress nice for work. I mean, you got dress shirts, ties, slacks, belts, jackets, nice shoes. I mean, all in all, that's like 3 birthdays.
Birthdays? What?
Yeah, well, all of my clothes are mostly made up of gifts given to me by people that care about me and get fashion, like my mom or all of my girlfriends.
Oh my God, wow. Okay, so what about after work? Do you guys like go out on the town or what?
Yeah, so the day that we tracked these, this guy offered to buy me drinks at a bar, but it turns out he forgot his wallet, so I bought us drinks at a bar, plus several orders of mozzarella sticks that he
Which
asked for.
I apologized for.
All right, you know what? I think I've heard enough. Paula, thank you so much for joining us, and Wen, please stop being everything that you are.
Never.
Yeah, I thought not. We'll be right back. Thank you so much to Paula and Wen. Good job, guys.
And fueled by illegal leaks.
If we had had confidence that the president clearly did not commit a crime, we would have said so.
That instead of finding answers, we still find more questions.
Climate change deniers to me are like astrology people or haunted house people.
There is substantial evidence to show that the president was frustrated and angered.
Ask yourselves one question.
Welcome back to the news. Tonight we are joined by the executive director of the Hyde Park Art Center, Kate Lorenz, everybody. Kate, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Maggie.
Hey, okay, so for those of anyone in the audience here or watching at home who doesn't know, could you please tell us a little bit about the Hyde Park Art Center?
Yeah, sure. So we're actually, one of my former coworkers described it as, it's as though a museum had a baby with a community center, and it grew up to be neither one of those things. So we're a place that supports artists at all levels. We have a really broad definition of who gets to be an artist and call themselves an artist, but really also support the profession of being an artist. And we do that. We have exhibitions, so you walk in, we've got bright green floors, and you'll see something new every time you come in about 5 different galleries. We have a residency program where artists are working on site, and a whole suite of education programs for youth and adults at all ages.
Yeah.
You can also just come and hang out, have a cup of coffee.
I believe there's a Bridgeport coffee in there, right?
There's a Bridgeport coffee in the Hyde Park Art Center.
I'll tell you right now, that's one of my favorite coffees. I do travel to Bridgeport, which is like an hour away to go to Bridgeport Coffee. We can cut this. Kate, so I love all those things that you just said. You support artists, you have your community center, and you have classes for everyone. Can we talk a little bit about the community center element of it? Like that's, to me, you have like, oh, I have a school, I have a museum. What's the community center element of Hyde Park Art Center?
Well, we're a space. We're open to the public every day till 8 p.m. during the week. You can just walk in. We actually have multiple entrances. It's meant to be very welcoming, and any given day you'll find people hanging out, using it as their office away from home, high school students hanging out after school.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, well, they're delightful, I have to say. Truly.
We can cut that too.
More delightful than many adults.
You know what? You're not wrong. You're freaking not. I have another question for you. Why is art important?
Good question from a creative professional.
I mean, I also have a broad definition of what makes art based on this show.
You can ask different people. Yeah. Art is a way that we explore our own humanity. It's kind of what makes us human. We get to create things and push ourselves and connect with other people around doing something new. We all are creative in different ways.
That's the correct answer. Yes,
everyone in this audience.
So Kate, what sort of brought you to, I guess, the arts in general, or even to Hyde Park Art Center?
I was a failed artist, like many of us. I dabbled throughout my higher education life and worked in the corporate sector for a number of years, and meanwhile was volunteering and involved in the visual arts community in Chicago, and had one of those epiphanies where I realized my day job was much less interesting than what I was doing.
Yeah. I would say for most people, that's just like a normal thing they feel all the time.
Yeah, well, well, then quit your job and do something different.
I quit. I'm done. I'll do this full time. Awesome. And so what's upcoming right now for Hyde Park Art Center?
We have a really fabulous show right now. When you come in a couple of weeks, you'll see by an artist, Foley Amy Wilson. It's a long title, so wait for it. Dark Matter, Celestial Objects as Messengers of Love in These Troubled Times. And it's a really amazing immersive experience. Fo's a designer, sculptor. It's Afrofuturist inspired, and you'll walk into a very large gallery space that's no longer a gallery, where you can have a very different kind of experience.
When you say it's a gallery space, it's no longer a gallery. What is that?
You'll see when you see it.
Okay.
I can't do it justice. It's a gallery space, but it doesn't look like a gallery once you
Interesting. And so you also have classes.
We have classes.
What's the deal with that?
The deal with classes is you can take classes. You can, whether you're
question answered. Ask and answer.
Yeah. If you want to learn how to make a pot or make a quilt or learn how to paint, or if you think you can't draw but you really can, or if you're a working artist who wants to be in a new studio with a different community, it's open to one and all.
Excellent. And you guys are a nonprofit.
We're a nonprofit.
You're an art center right there in Hyde Park. How could people, I guess, get involved if they wanted to help the center or just go? It's free to go to, so you can all go for free. But is there a way, if we want to, if people wanted to potentially throw money at you, how would they do that?
Oh, that's the easiest thing in the world to do. No. You can just go online and click throw money at the Art Center.
Right, I love it.
We have an app for that. But seriously, you can find me on our website. Feel free to reach out. Happy to involve anybody who's interested in finding out more.
Awesome. Kate Lorenz from Hyde Park Art Center, everybody give it up. Thank you so much. Awesome. Yes.